That's right. Dirty money. This is the income that you can get from doing things that most people don't want to do. Because when you're like in the world of dirty money, there is so much opportunity available for that. What is dirty money? Dirty money is Craigslist. Dirty money is Facebook ads. Dirty money is stuff that people don't want to do. It is the hard stuff. It's the dirty stuff. It's the crazy stuff. I'll give you an example of dirty money. And this is something that I used to do throughout my storage auction career. I used to buy trash units. Trash units. These are units you can get for $1. They were so horrible that the guy at Public Storage be like, anybody want this for free? And my hand would go up. Consistently throughout my career, I did a bunch of trash units. I remember one unit off Northside Drive, Public Storage. Part of the facility had caught on fire, and they had moved this stuff from the part that was on fire into a unit that wasn't on fire. So it had smoke damage. I got it for free. I was just like, hey, I'll take it. Give me a little extra time. I'll take it. I was always negotiating with these guys. Pulled out a bunch of scrap gold out of that trash unit consistently. The law averages come into play here. By consistently buying these trash units, I consistently made money. So you get a unit for $5 or free, $300 to $400 is a big deal. And one of the things I see is that many people don't want to go after the hard ones. They don't want to do the dirty money stuff. Like I've said it over here for years. If you broke, you don't have no money, hit Craigslist every day. Go for a free section. You're going to find a bunch of trash. You're going to get tired of looking at trash, but every now and then someone's going to put something good up there that you can repurpose, you can resell. But we got a lot of people who are broke, who are too good for dirty work. They just like, I ain't gonna do that. That's too hard. I don't want to do it. How can you fix your mouth to say I don't want to do something that makes money when you broke? I don't understand. Please, someone explain this to me. How can you say I don't want to do this when you are broke? I don't get that. So one of the things that you have to look at is there's a ton of opportunity. Cutting grass, washing cars, hauling away for stuff. If you got a pickup truck, you could put an ad on Craigslist right now saying, I will haul off stuff you don't want for X amount of dollars. And people will call you and say, look, hey, I got this sofa I don't want. I got this stuff in the garage I don't want. This is a dirty money hustle for those of you who have a full-size pickup truck. Go to Craigslist right now, put up an ad saying, I will come haul off your stuff for, $25, $30, make it super cheap to lock them in. And frequently, what you will get is stuff that you can sell. Because one of the things, like neighborhood I live in, the stuff that I see out on trash day is crazy. I see stuff that people be selling in other places. These folks don't care. And one of the things, this is what you can do with your pickup truck. You can find a wealthy neighborhood, drive around the wealthy neighborhood, find out what day is trash day, and drive around the neighborhood. Another dirty money hustle is go, check out all the garage sales and go ahead and go to these garage sales after they're over. Frequently, you will see that stuff stacked up against the curb because they're getting rid of it. Dirty money, man. Dirty money. See, dirty money is hard because it's going to require you to do a lot of work. There ain't no easy thing with dirty money. When I was doing dirty money hustles, like, I had people mess with me right up until I was like, man, you always buying those trash units because they will work. The unit that had that with the smoke damage and stuff, it had soot on it. I had to clean the truck after I had moved the stuff. It was work. It was work. But if you broke, what is your excuse? And there's like millions of people late on their car notes. There are millions of people late on their credit cards. There are millions of people late on their student loans. You have no excuse not to do what you can do. I think this is a cultural thing that we have people who are too good to work. They're too good to put their hands on something. They're too good to get into physical labor. Because when I was doing the storage auction thing, there were many people. It's like, Lyndon, you're too honest. I would tell you, it's like these units. It's like moving a house. I would, because I did it. I wasn't gonna set people up for the okie doke that get in the storage auctions. They're super easy. Storage auctions are not easy, especially when you start talking about the 10 by 20s, the 10 by 30s, the 10 by 40s. They ain't easy. That's a lot of work. I was younger. I was fit. I could go all day. Dirty money. Dirty money can sometimes be big money. Let's see what we got going on here, man. Y'all up in this comment section this morning. What's up? What's up? Our from the hood is having a job, dirty money. Sometimes I had to pick up diapers out of a landfill. That was pretty dirty. Dirty Godfrey Johnson, dirty money builds character. If you can't do dirty money, you're not ready for clean money. Amen. Because the thing is, when you do the dirty money, it makes you appreciate the clean money so much more. Godfrey Johnson, dirty money builds character. If you can't do dirty money, you're not ready for clean money. Let me tell you, one of the things that used to happen when I was doing the labor pool, there were so many crappy jobs. So many crappy jobs. Like, going to the landfill, picking up diapers and things that, they shouldn't have been there. Uh, Pouring hot tar on a roof during a Georgia summer. Um, Bricks. I went out with these brick masons. My job was to move the bricks from one location to where they were, and seemed easy enough. But about the second hour, those bricks started getting heavy. They got heavy, 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 heavy. So after all of these crap jobs, a job where you were inside was like a clean job. That was a good job. I remember they's like, here, who has black and white? And if you don't know what black and white is you got a white shirt, black pants. This is where you're cleaning up dishes or serving people. I got to do black and white at the Arthur Anderson Christmas party. Met this smooth bartender. It was a clean job. And it paid a lot. So people were, but it was still a lot of hard work. Busting dishes ain't easy. I remember I went up to the UPS headquarters up in Sandy Springs, and I worked in the lunchroom. Man, you had to be there at like 6 o'clock in the morning, right? That line after they got their dishes and stuff, that line did not stop moving for like 3 hours. You just elbows, grabbing trays, boom. You working nonstop for 3 hours. Then it stops. Then you got about an hour and a half before the lunch rush starts. And then it's back dirty money. When I left that job, I was exhausted. The poorest people do the hardest work. This is why poverty is so expensive, because it wears on your body. It wears on you. Dirty money is always good. Yes, it is. Driveways to doorways. What's up, bro? Getting that dirty money right now, mowing grass in the Florida heat. Woo! This remind me when I was a kid and I used to make my money cutting grass in those Alabama summers. Pushing that lawnmower across the side of a hill. Because see, the thing is, dirty money teaches you how to be organized, because some of these yards I had to cut, like this is how the yard was. And I had to learn, instead of going this way, to go that way in Alabama summer. Richard Mayfield, Craigslist in Dallas has lots of good free stuff, especially in the summer. People are moving. Dirty money hustle. Sit on the free stuff. Hit the free stuff on Craigslist and stuff that you can't sell seasonally, because this is something that happens. Many people will get rid of stuff before it's the season to sell it. And, it's just like, you got to have a place to store it. Thank you, Justice Ice. Workhorse Fitness, shout out to Dallas. Always winning. But you're right. So many people, they do good to do certain kind of work. Part of this is everybody needs to go to college. Everybody needs to go to college mantra. This is what got us here. Well, if you working with your hands, that somehow you beneath people. What's the best way to flip the dirty money income up? Go hard. Go hard all day long. Justin Henry, New York's NYC free section is a gold mine. Literally, you can furnish a place with the stuff that people give away. I can see that. New York's tough to move stuff around. Godfrey Johnson, these days, many people have the beggars can be choosers mentality. Ain't that the truth? When you broke and you ignore ways to make money, but you broke. Saying this, what do you think about unclogging toilets off Craigslist? I don't really know about that, because typically most people get that handled themselves. Then again, until you try it, you never know. Louis the Seller, I've been watching a lot of trash pickers on YouTube and thought I would never do it. But the other day I was driving home and saw some profitable items. I stopped and grabbed it. I'm still shocked. That's that curb money. That's that curb money. I remember one time I had tapped this honey from Craigslist. And when I was leaving her apartment complex, there was a butcher block table and 6 chairs. I had the X5. I flipped those seats down and put that stuff in there so quick. Didn't even think twice about it. Been the bartender. Oh yeah, people would turn up their nose. Some of these units would stink. I remember one unit. It was stinking. It was just like the door came up. People like, woo, people. I got that sucker. It had some rotten food in it, but also I made about 800 bucks off of it for $1. Cruise, landscaping, dirty money has been my specialty for far too long. That's why the switch can't wait any longer. All right. Christian Emerson, sometimes dirty money is the path to clean money and a better life. Swallow your pride. Blind and Booba, I worked many shitty jobs, made that dirty money. Clean toilets and vacuumed rugs. Yeah, dishwashing and cook. If you're in a professional kitchen, it don't stop moving. That's some of the hardest work you'll ever do. Turn my cruise. I'm in Alabama right now. Turn my dirty mind into dirty money. Girls selling panties on Craigslist. That's dirty, dirty. Just to hear it's true. You can lift, Uber, flipped on Craigslist, landscapes. Save, invest, repeat. Ran an appliance flipping business from free appliances from Craigslist. I have seen several of these stores open up where they get these appliances for little or nothing and sell them at a good price. Nope. We talking about the Craigslist protocol. She answered an ad. I slid over to her place. I slid into her. And the next morning when I was leaving up, I saw that table set and I threw it in the back of my truck. Because the thing is, another good place to get a lot of stuff is when college lets out. These kids, they be just leaving all the best kind of stuff. They don't really care. Just hearing some people will look down on you like I know a guy who makes over 200K with a good truck. You have people who work corporate making 40K looking down on him. Superstar Customs, Lucy was a hoe. Lucy was a crackhead. That's beyond dirty money. That money's too dirty. That was wow. Because one of the things is you have people out here who refuse to do certain things. Like once again, I give this game away for free. You don't know what you want to do, or you in the jam. You like, Glendon, I am broke dick Danny. I have no money. What do I do? Hit up Craigslist, start a service company. I had this dude who was broke who wanted to get into dialogue. He wanted to get into consulting. He sent me these long emails, and he was just like, "Well, what about this?" And it's like, "Look, dude, I can't qualify your opportunities. You got to do that." Lucy was there'd be more about stories about crackheads. I have a certain opinion of crackheads. Found a Broyhill Bracilla on the curb. I should have never sold my SUV. Because the thing is, I used to run around in the van, grab stuff off curbs, and I used to do a little dumpster diving. Dumpster diving at your local shopping center can yield some very nice things. You'd be shocked at what they throw away. Derek Mason, we going dirty, dirty. Random question: do people actually make money posting porn videos on Pornhub? Actually, they do. Pornhub and YouPorn work like YouTube. You can load up your own videos, and if they get those views, you get some cash. Erica Nicole, construction cleaning hadn't let me down yet. It's dirty, full of opportunities and connections. I couldn't dumpster dive unless I work on my cardio. I've done a little dumpster diving. Godfrey Johnson talk about dirty money on top of my full time job. I cut hair. I'm licensed massage therapist. I'm licensed to sell license life insurance. Good Lord. That reminds me of how people used to put stuff on Instagram, like they had these 19 different jobs. Steve Jameson scooped up a $300 leaf blower, only put it on the curb with a sign that said it was free. Didn't work. New set of spark plugs got it running. Once again, this is where Craigslist is a gold mine. Just like the situation that Steve Jameson ran into, you have that situation over and over and over again. You have people who have something that breaks and they don't know how to fix it, and they're just like, it's just taking up space. I'm gonna get rid of it. And you come in with some additional knowledge, you can level up. Erica Nicole, my cousin's dad drove trucks for Toys R Us back in the day. He stayed getting dented boxes out of the dumpster. Some places throw away brand new stuff. I mean, it's just crazy. I remember the Staples that was close to one of my houses. They would throw batteries and stuff in there, still in the package. I'll take those batteries out and sell them in the store. Dirty money. The opportunity's always there. And this thing is the No Child Left Behind Act. Everybody's going to college because college is the fake ass middle class. It's like, I have a degree. I'm middle class. I'm upper middle class because I got my degree from Brown. But you don't have no money, Tony. You have no money. You can't even buy yourself a meal. And you thinking you middle class. Middle class with poor people income. Middle class with broke Danny's income. Justin Henry, I have a car paid in full. Why are you thinking about selling it? Superstar Customs, one person's ignorance is another person's come up. Oh, we ain't talking about selling. We ain't talking about illegal money. That would be under the video illegal money. I don't recommend selling crack. I remember this one time I bought this unit that had some crack in it and had some weed in it. I think it was this dude's trap, and something happened to him. Man, I flushed that stuff down the toilet. I didn't even leave the facility with it because I always used to have these random fears that I get pulled over and I got like a bunch of weed or crack. I'm like, nah, flush. And I told some of my friends about how I flushed this weed, and man, they were like, "You flushed the weed? You should have called me. I didn't know you were like a weed head like that." I mean, it's amazing how in mixed company, just bring up, I got some weed, and see how people act. It's funny. Mark Scott, some people can't just see the opportunities. Awesome. Robbie Roberts, a youngster, I used to sell porn. I downloaded on the floppy disk and USB drives, and my cousin would steal new magazines and sell the pages for 25, 50 cents each. What? Derek Mason, would you recommend starting alone? Pick one and get started, man. Don't be sitting there hurting your brain thinking about it. They both money. Get one. I mean, unless you want to be, Hugo on Pornhub, because this is one of the things that happens, especially with the younger folks. Like a lot of these girls do Pornhub and stuff. I know a girl that does the cam stuff. There ain't a lot of money in that. for what you do because essentially you sitting around all day and until you build up a group of regulars. I was just like, she's like, could you help me? And I was just like, really? Robbie Rob, well, we got busted, still joke about it to this day. Y'all was selling porn. The porn man. Tons of pills and weed and other stuff in storage units. Mark Scott, I taught my daughter to flip hot chips at school and she's always had her own money. Tyra Giver working on my hustle. Mm-mm-mm. If I'm buying more inventory that's selling, they ain't profit. You hustling backwards. You're hustling backwards, man. Sex will sell when cotton and corn will not. Oh yeah. Steve Jameson, be careful out there massaging without a license. I am surprised that they haven't put licensing requirement on these hugging people. The people who do, hug. Louis the Seller, I recently broke my laptop apart it out and made a lot of money. I'm dedicating to online business in that niche. I'm now glad my laptop broke, created a new business opportunity. You didn't know? Broken laptops make big money on eBay, especially like certain laptops where they need just the screen, or they may need the keys, or they may need a processor out of it. Oh yeah. Typically, like I was thinking about selling my other car, and I was thinking about parting it out because I can get more money parting it out than actually maybe selling it. It just depends. Louis the Seller, I knew, but wasn't in the same game. Okay. One of the things here with dirty money is there's a ton of opportunity for people who want the opportunity because I sit back and I look at the number of people who don't have any money, who are late on their car note, who are late on their credit cards, who are late on their student loans. There's ways around this, but they don't want to do it. Euro McIntosh, when you see women resorting to prostitution, that's where you see a nation declining, in my opinion, Mr. C. Uh, Prostitution is a wild situation because with Lucy's prostitute habit created her prostitution. If she wasn't on crack, she never would have did it. Um, Actually witnessing people who are in these bad situations with addiction, living in squalor. I just can't condone the prostitution because I know how it usually starts. Let your side business buy the inventory. Robbie used to loan shark. I remember the middle school and beginning of high school, let people borrow money from me and pay me back at 50% interest. Good Lord. You had that killer instinct early. Paul Brown had a friend reselling on eBay. I'm thinking about it, or a hot dog cart. Honestly, Robbie Rob got that loan shark. It's once it gets in your blood, it's hard. What comes first, the addiction or the hoeing? The addiction. The addiction, man. Cause see, Lucy, once we became more honest, she would tell me that she would only be out an hour or two and make all the money she need because she was a pretty girl. So she only had to be out there for an hour or two, make all the money she needed. Because she told me in an hour or two she could make like $1,000. And she said she struggled because she made more money doing that than she did on her job. She said, my job, I get like $450, $500 every 2 weeks. I can make that in a day, tricking. Loan sharking will prevent your friends from borrowing from you. Yeah, that was some stuff because the dude, the pimp, because he knew she was hoeing and he tried to bird dog her whole game, and she was just like, I ain't doing that. Okay, son, that's not bad. 1K for 2 hours. Louis the Seller, I'd rather make love to myself than to ever go to a hoe. I know. I don't know anything about selling hot dogs. Try it, man. Yeah, kids and even teachers thought I was a drug bib, but I wasn't. I even got called to the principal office because people kept giving me money during class. The protection racket. Is there a specific amount of savings that if you still had a job would make you comfortable enough to quit your job? I had 300K in the bank and I still kept my job. So I would need millions. Euro Macintosh. It seems like a lot of young women are cash apping dates, all on the gram and dating sites being lazy when they can open their own LLC, own a bar or something. The lure of easy money is so seductive because once you start making money easily, it becomes an addiction. You can't do nothing else. A lot of these girls who hoeing and strip clubbing, they can't work a regular job. Like, Google stripping tutorials here on YouTube, and you'll see all these girls talking about how to get in the strip claim, how to buy certain things. And once this YouTube money gets nice, they stop stripping. Once they get the Instagram money gets nice, they stop stripping. And then they start talking about how degrading stripping is. It's funny. I've seen that. The Chris Crew, check her out. Roger Motive. Blows my mind how many college girls look, man, dude, that life is hard. Like when I was a kid, there were so many ways to make money. It's just not like that. All right, Richard Mayfield. Most prostitutes aren't very bright either. Like, the whole sugar daddy. See, first of all, there are not that many men that have a financial wherewithal that they can have a side piece like that. So this is one of the things I talked about. I talked about on Disruptive Money. The price of trim is at an all-time low. If you want to do the sugar daddy thing, you could be highly selective. You could get away, man. What's up, Johnny Walden? Scott Bevan, they say you have to do what you love to be successful. It's not a complete assessment. I would say you have to have a strong interest in it. I don't say you necessarily have to love it. I wouldn't say you have to love it, but the sugar daddy, man, I know someone who does it, and he's got himself this bad little Asian right now because we talked because he was paying this girl who, in my opinion, wasn't worth the money. And I was like, dude, if you're gonna do this, you could do it right. This is what you do. You put out specific requirements that she must abide by. And then you use certain language and stuff. And he got this Asian chick off Pleasant Hill. She's a student. And, essentially he just has to pay because she wanted to move out of her parents' house. And he wrote up a deal where he was going to pay her rent Boom. Fortune cookies all night long, man. You gotta know how to negotiate these things. I know, Lloyd. This is one of the things where I may do the illegal, like speeding, but the illegal where you go to jail, I will never put my freedom in jeopardy. Rob, long story short, a few people started helping me. People got jumped, beat with a bat, stabbed. Good Lord. You were ruthless, Rob. Expect crap. expect crypto. Interest, passion, master. Read the mastery book by Robert Greene that goes over this. Love you long time. Yes, she does. I mean, she's a bad little thing. Fajita, you have to love what you do to be motivated. You have to know what you're doing to be successful. I would agree with that. I mean, Robbie, I mean, it sounds like it got ruthless, man. Robbie Rob was an American gangster. Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways that you can get this dirty money. And I would call sugar and being a sugar baby beyond dirty money. That I'm talking about, Craigslist, creating a trash haul off service, cutting grass, painting, construction site cleanup. I'm talking about that. When we get into Pornhub, you porn, that's beyond dirty money because one of the things there's these couples who do you porn and Pornhub. They never show their face, and you got them having sex. And once the video, it just works like YouTube. If your video gets a lot of views, you get money. Rob, use those gifts for good, bro. It's wild how this happens, man. It really is. Good Lord, Louis the Seller. I witnessed someone thrown off a rooftop and brought. Good Lord, that's. I know of no such things. But hey, that's all I got for y'all right now. Get on this dirty money. If you're a broke dick Danny, if you're penniless Priscilla, there's a lot of ways where you can scratch up some money. You just got to work and put in that time. So if you need any help, I got some stuff below the videos. Just go ahead and look around, especially Craigslist. Best way for someone who has no money to make money. So peace. I'll see y'all next time.